Hello everyone, Naughty here. Now this video is going to be primarily focusing on Zeratul. As you can see, it starts at 27 minutes into the game for a very particular reason, because I do want to focus on Zeratul. Now, the best time to roll out your Zera is when you are ahead. You are either ahead on income or upgrades or whatnot. You can see that the way I rolled out my Zeratul, I have primarily ground units, and my upgrades are going to overlap with my unit and hero upgrade. A little bit about the game, we're not pushed. I'm not trying to save my game with Zeratools, but I'm trying to create this difference, that I always look forward to create. Um, as I said before, the best time to roll out Zeratul when you are ahead. So Zeratul, when he is alone, when he is relatively unupgraded, he is relatively harmless. So all you can do is just take advantage of portions of the map where there's very few detection. Bottom is hard countered, for sure. All those immortals and stacked up tempests are going to give those Thors a hard time. Well, bottom is soft countered, put it this way. Okay, so there it is. I have my Medivacs, okay? They are on top and they are on bottom, so they will assist my Zeratul hero with recovery, okay? And I'm not trying to do anything crazy with it in the beginning, because I know you can't expect Zeratul to turn and clear lanes much like Kerrigan would do, or much like Odin would do. Zeratul gets its power when there are more of them and when he is upgraded. Okay? So, this is my strategy. I have my hero out. It's out because the timing wise calls for it, and there's a delay as to when I can roll out another hero, so I would like to, account for that. I'm cleaning up top because I have none idea whatsoever what Zeratul might do here. So I'm pointing my Zeratul into the direction where it's going to be useful. And you can see it's borderline. Some people are like complaining that Zeratul is so OP and it's like the superhero that can just charge through and kill people. Well, I'll tell you what. I've been having this guy for about a minute and a half now, and I have 42 kills, but I haven't been able to turn this wave, and I could relatively slow down this lane with that hero. Okay, a little bit about the game. We have relatively new people playing the game, and this particular game is an excellent demonstration for Zeratul. The reason being is that the opponents, they used up all their nukes. The game was pretty balanced. We were going one nuke each, and then we pushed bottom and we pushed top like there's no tomorrow. And they had to triple nuke to clear the lines. Unfortunately, after that, their air units, in particular Tempest, had stacked. They have pretty strong mid, pretty tanky mid that is complemented by very heavy air on top and bottom. So their mid is not like exposed. Now they have a Zeratul too. And my strategy when I'm playing like pubs only See, I got my second hero out. My strategy is to preserve my Zeratul heroes up until I get 2 or 3. When I have 4, there's an enemy Zeratul over there, but I can't get close enough to it. He should have attacked this Archangel. And he is within a nuke range. Just saying, okay? So there it is. When I have the opportunity, when enemy units are engaged in a battle with my units, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to clean up this lane as much as I can. Battle cruisers and ghosts, they have special abilities that are countering Zeratools very, very strongly. So this Yamato cannon, when it shoots at Zeratul, it does a whole bunch of damage. Okay, and you can see that my Zeratul, one of them is like next to being dead. My fellow teammates got an Angel and a Kerrigan. So it's not bad, I guess, you know. Now we are able to turn top. Upgraded Thors and upgraded battle cruisers are going to give a lot of trouble to Zeratools. Ghosts in Nova mode, or like Spectres in Nova mode, are also having this sniper around ability. When there's a whole bunch of them, they will be an issue for Zeratul. Let's look at my camera. I'm going in the direction of bottom. The reason for that is that I have the most leverage out of my Zeratools there. You can see that Thors are countered by heavy mid-row and Immortals. Let's see, Immortal does 95 damage, while Thor, where is it? Can only do 51. So 51 to 91, you know who's going to win. So what I'm doing is I'm letting my teammates take care of the top, while where there are ghosts and where there are battle cruisers, while I will take care of these immortals that are getting ahead and destroying Thors. If I'm successful at that, then I'll get a little bit more leverage out of those Thors. You could see that there was a hero here, Kerrigan in particular, that is hiding behind Tempests. And I have no intention going into upgraded Tempests and putting my Zeratools at danger. Now let me rewind this because I talked about the strategy so much. Okay, so replay of this segment. I'm sorry, have to do it. Okay, there it is. Medivacs are giving a hand in recovering my Zeratools. My Zeratools are in the lane where they can make a difference. And they can make a difference against ground units that are outside of detection. They can also attack scouts. More about this later, but it is what it is. They can attack scouts. So I'm keeping my heroes alive, I'm upgrading, I'm containing my lanes. I do like to create an environment when the other team is pushing, when the other team has confidence in getting their heroes out and trying to attack my base. Because what I don't want to do, generally speaking, is the enemy team to kind of hide. Oh, there it is. I noticed the Kerrigan, lonely Kerrigan, just outside of Tempest range. So goodbye, Kerrigan. You know, it's just not gonna fly by me like this. Okay, there it is. Very, very quick move, and Kerrigan had nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. So his Kerrigan is out. I am having my third Zeratul. And I can run back, clean up bottom, clean up these immortals, clean up, there's no detection as you can see. Not going crazy, letting Vikings engage. Now I can go into Tempests void prison some of the Tempest and take advantage from the splash damage that Zeratul do. Now, JRHEE has lost his Zeratul. So I will review this moment later on to get a better understanding how did he lose his unit. At the moment, what I wanted to demonstrate is that point drone defense this late in the game is actually a workable strategy against Tempests. So what I did shortly before, I waited for Vikings to engage in the battle with Tempests. That will take the shots away from Zeratuls and point them into Vikings. There's a whole bunch of cloaked Novas, and they will do their job 17 per shot, but they will do their job against Tempests. So what I did, I blinked underneath Tempests, void prisoned some of them, and when Zeratul void prisons, it can attack air units. It will also have a splash damage against air units if it attacks a ground unit that is located right underneath it. Okay, that was a long and complicated sentence, so let me explain. If, for example, this is an enemy immortal underneath these tempests, and Zeratul goes ahead and kills the immortal, it will also damage tempests that is above. Okay, so that makes Zeratul very, very special hero and very, very effective as long as you keep it in the game. When you have those Zeratuls, when you're ahead, save them. Okay, they are much, much more effective when they are in large numbers and when they have the upgrades to back them up. You see, 160 damage is good. Okay, so that noob, JRHEE, I'm sorry for calling people noobs. I get it from other people. Not my fault, definitely. All right. Let's review the game from JRHEE perspective. And there we go. What is he doing? He's upgrading shields. He has two Zeratuls that are strong. And one has 48 kills, the other one has 0 kills. Okay. He observes my Zeratools, I guess. Okay. He goes top to turn my wave. My wave has a lot of nasty shit in it, including Vipers. Okay, so he goes in, starts at the corner, plausible strategy, but I guess he lost one of his heroes or something. I don't see him hotkeyed. I don't see him being able to control it. Yeah, he just lost it. And Broodlords are an excellent Zeratul counter as well. So there are a number of units that can counter Zeratul. One of them is Ghosts or Novas, whatnot. The other one is Thors, seem to do decent damage, not as effective as Novas. Broodlords, because they're at a distance and they can send all these nasty things against Zeratul. They are also a good counter to Zeratul and Banes. When they're not slowed down, Banes work like a charm. They wipe out Zeratuls like there's no tomorrow. Anyway, JRHE, I would just say inexperienced loss. Or, he lost his hero, very, very similar hotkey to mine, but it doesn't matter. Okay, this guy is all over the place. All right, switching back to my point of view. My point of view, we're stacking Vikings. Definitely they're behind on upgrades. These guys relatively there on upgrades. My upgrades should be okay, you know. Their upgrades are maxed, and I see these immortals, okay? I am looking forward, this wave, I am looking forward for it to stretch out into my area so that it becomes wider. When it becomes wider, less units are going to see my zeras, and I can clean up the corners and then clean up the heart, so to speak. Okay, of course I'm monitoring the situation, but that's my style. What I would like to able to do is to catch Vikings while they are above ground units, so that I can get splash damage. Okay, he lost his second Zeratul. Okay, this is not the way to play. And let's see what killed his second Zeratul again. Remember he had two. Okay. Yes, he had two. And let me see what he's doing. He sold his scouts. He had scouts. He has only two hero buildings. I mean, at this time you can have more. Top is doing relatively well. Bottom has our bottom countered. So his Zeratul, I guess it's resting. He shouldn't, and he shouldn't go out and try to fight me. 3-1. It's not a good fight. Okay, so I haven't watched the game from the perspective of JRHEE. You just call him Yellow. But he's got two Zeratuls now, so he made another one. Overlap with heroes, okay, they're upgraded. And loser is switching to... Okay, there's a whole bunch of air units. Okay, what is he doing? Boom. He went into ghosts. So he jumped into what he thought was a safe wave to go in, but he didn't account for a very, very strong damage that ghosts can do. And as you can see, ghosts can snipe the hell out of Zeratuls. Okay. On the other hand, just tried to make this game short and sweet for everybody, but didn't happen. Oops. Okay. On the other hand, back to my strategies. So you can see I'm not diving into a wave that can wipe my heroes out. I'm staying at the safe distance back, looking for the entry trajectory that will safely deliver my Zeratuls into the heart of the enemy while creating the best possible outcome. All right, that sounded very, very commercial-like stuff, but who cares? You could see that they had three Zeratuls. They had angels, Kerrigans, and I'm not seeing heroes. I'm not seeing where this nuke went, quite frankly. You know? He nuked. I'm not going to rewatch this replay again, but lag miss. Okay, this is not a lag miss, by the way. This is definitely not a lag miss. This is a noob mistake that is covered in my nuking videos. And just to give you a teaser, a worker has a range where they can nuke. Okay, what am I doing? checking out the base. What are my Zeratools? They are recovering. Okay. We turned without a nuke. This nuke was a complete miss. And I decided to go Tempests. Okay. I decided to go Tempests. My rationale behind this move is that, well, I now have 3 Zeratools. I saw that he lost 2. Conclusion, I am ahead on Zeratul, so I am safe to go around and harass everybody else with my great skills playing Zeratuls. Especially given the fact that the bottom has switched from Tempest, rendering heavy air obsolete, they had switched to Immortals and Archons. Now, all bragging shit aside, my Zeratul will play has gone a little bit rusted. Because I know when the game goes to this hero mode, especially when people have nuke each, or a few nukes to spare, this can go into this up and down, front, backward, and around bullshit where just lanes are being turned and pushed and turned and pushed and whatever, you know. So I'm focusing on the phase of the game when I can create enough distance between ourselves and the opponents so that I can close the games without going into this hero bullshit. All right. So they have 2 Archangel, or sorry, 2 Angels, 1 Kerrigan, 1 Zeratul, 2 Kerrigans. On the top, they switched bottom. So now our bottom has to switch. Are they switching? Yep, they are. Okay, good. What is going on? Oh, another Zeratul kill. Oh, this guy is just like not playing. That was me actually. I think that was me. Now the reason this game is so good for demonstration purposes is that we have no nukes left, meaning that heroes cannot be nuked. And I'm free to go wherever I want with my Zeratools to create leverage. Okay. What you want to be able to do is to pay attention where the enemy of the Zeratul is. For example, in this scenario, I am the enemy and I'm tracing the enemies of the other people. Okay. So I look for an opportunity to kill them there. I look for an opportunity. Yeah, there it is. He's running to defend bottom. So I will capture him safely and wipe him out. So I have 3-0 advantage. I was looking for an opportunity to go and snipe out some more heroes, but they were just not there. Okay, there they are. So bada bim, bada bam, bada boom. Kerrigan is out. Another Kerrigan is out. And back to safety. So now I can rest my Zeratools and turn top. My switch with Tempest did not work out. They have many air units. They have Thors chilling at the back, and I don't have enough something, whatever something is, for my Tempests to stack, you know. So they had bunch of Kerrigans and bunch of Zeras. You know, my guys, they're not, I guess, fond of having heroes. I don't know what the deal is, but they're not. And they had to switch. You see, I'm not rushing into these Novas. Okay, it's okay. You know, other units can clean up Novas. I'm gonna get rid of those Tempests, and I will deal with Thors. I have very heavy ground on the bottom, so I can break even on the ground if I need to. I have other units, and I can go ahead and break and counter top. So creds, you know, as I said, not just yet. This refers to let's roll out heroes and win this game, but he said not just yet. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, what is he doing? He's chrono boosting corruptors. Okay, let's see how many air units are out there. Well, there are a bunch of Colossus. So, what's his record? Oh, first game. Okay, that's fine. For a first game, chrono boosted corruptors into 4 Colossus. I guess it is what it is. Not the strongest. I was like, it's very weak, okay, and bad. Bot is hard countered. You see, I have 3 Zeratuls, and I have to work hard just to get them from being wiped out. They can scan all they want. My Zeratuls are strong, they're powerful, they're hungry, and they own the bottom. Okay, when 3 upgraded Zeratuls, I will own bottom no matter what, unless there's a better player. But for the purpose of playing against noobs, when I get my 4th Zeratul out, it is GG. This game is gonna go down. Well, yeah, provided we're not wasting money and units like corruptors on nothing. Okay, so if bottom would have at least break even, this would be a much faster game. But it wasn't. And bottom was not good with heroes, so this is even a better demonstration of what you can do. Now, we're ahead according to some sort of criteria. We are ahead. Okay, I just like to think that way, even though bottom is countered and they have to switch. I mean, man, they do. They just have to switch. If they go air like Breadlords, Battle Cruisers, boom, bot wiped out. Simply because, you know, there's just so many units that wouldn't attack them, and etc. Okay, so now I get my interest. Okay, let me explain it to you. Now I got curious about these archangels. What I'm doing here, and it's going to take me more time to explain, but you see the camera was going like this and this, this and that. Okay. Prior to that, my units were here, their units were there. Then our units advanced and their units advanced. What I'm looking for is an opportunity for a maneuver. This maneuver, however, is very risky. But I'm going to take that risk to create a hero advantage that I can later exploit. Over here we have 3 angels. And they are getting ready for whatever. These guys are building hero buildings. Okay. Well, they don't have much heroes to spare. Pawns or okay, has gotten an unupgraded Zeratul. Whatever. At what I am curious about. Okay, there it is. JRHE, switch to Kerrigans. There are 4 heroes here. And what I'm looking for is when my Zeratuls are in the same line column. When they're going to align with these heroes, I'm going to evaluate the situation right here. And I am aiming to blink across to the other side and slash these heroes. It's a risky move because if my Zeratuls are overwhelmed, they don't have the blink to escape. So it's an advanced move, but I'm going to take it. So there it is. I see the opportunity and I go for it. I should have captured all archangels. Okay, the exchange of that was 3 archangels down, 3 angels down, and 1 Zeratul down. They have strong units that counter Zeratuls, so I ate a lot of damage, and I ate, and you know, whatever. you saw what happened. I could have done better. I believe I could have done this jump better. Could have jumped, um, captured all angels, slay them, and drop a defense drone to give my Zeratul a little bit of a chance to survive. And I also, you could see there, let me just rewind this thing a little bit. Okay, so he also had a Kerrigan there. Seeking. There's nothing to seek. Okay. Okay, move back. He was red, Scorky, right? Scorpy. Okay, he jumped. I don't know where it jumped. Okay, there it is. I have my 4 Zeratools out. So stay with me, I guess. Alright, I clean up bottom. I push bottom. I'm checking out, look. I'm going top to clean out their heroes. I changed my mind because bottom is going to get overrun. Yep, yeah, those emos are going to overrun bottom, so I'm forced to go bottom. I can't go and slash their heroes. Okay, I do, however, keep an eye on them. So I clean up bot, I accelerate bot towards the enemy nexus. See our angels. I see top and bottom align on the minimap. I will go ahead and, yep, there they are. I evaluate whether or not I should. I align, 1 second. I align my Zeratul so they're close. They have to be really, really close to the bridge or to the river so that they can hop across. Okay, I blink, I capture 1. All right, kill it. They fly. Okay. When they fly, if I have them in a void prism, I can still attack them. Now these guys, they are going to shoot Yamato cannon into my Zeratuls, and this is what got me killed. So what could I have done differently? Shoot across, capture 2 angels, and capture some BCs so that I kill them before they can hurt me. There it is, they're up. And I have enough time to blink into safety. Okay, but these guys are after me. You can see they were chasing me for quite some time. BS was an error. Okay, I think that's the comment about his heroes. Okay, there it is. A little tip. What? Okay. I will rest my heroes and teach the other side how to play. Yeah. It's like, can't give up teaching. Okay. I see an Odin there lurking around, but my Zeratuls are quite injured, so I'm not gonna go and just rush into this lane and try to slash Odin. Okay, I will keep my Zeratools alive because I believe that at this point of the game, they are the X factor that can tilt the scales of the game away or to our favor. After losing Zeratul, I got a little bit disappointed in these corruptors. I saw these corruptors and these Thors, and I think I got disappointed and I said, okay, like, give it up. It's no reason to be hard countered in this game and just wait for me to carry you. So change up, guys. They switch, you switch. You switch, they don't switch, they lose the game. Okay, Auden nuke. Yeah, I think I took the loss of 102 very, very seriously. So I just hanged back and recovered Falco. Where is he in his journey to greatness? 35, 36. Different heroes early on, wouldn't recommend it. There it is. I had recovered, my shields are charged. I will go ahead and avoid being killed by battle cruisers. So I will blink away just at the right time to avoid Yamato cannon, but just enough to create a difference. Bot has no potential to push. So turned out to be a longer video than I expected. Doesn't matter. Okay. There are important points about it. So I'm playing conservative game again, okay, preserving my heroes, and I'm going to stack top. I have only Martles and a few. I'm going to stack top just enough so that they can take care of themselves, and then I'm going to go bottom, clean out this guy, these guys who are ahead, wait for the units to come in so that they are targeting my units and not my heroes. Okay. See, they were pretty effective in getting rid of my shields. Okay, then, oops, la. Why are you here, Mr. Auden? You ain't going nowhere. No, actually, you are going somewhere. No, you are going nowhere. You decided to stay? I'm sorry. Those units are hard. Yeah. Didn't want to lose another Zeratul. Upgraded units do damage. So, fall back into safety. I have the advantage, I can play it safe. Recover. They are playing aggressively. So that's good for me, not so good for them. Changing my mortals because I'm going back to Tempests. Was it Tempest? Yeah. Made a few Tempests, I think, because the reason for that, there's no air units on the bottom, so I can send my Tempest bottom, stack them up, and make some difference. Okay, there it is. I had recovered, changed a little bit of units. Game is going to an end. We have 6.5 minutes before heroes expire, so I have few options. My game plan was to get bottom to tech swipe closer to the end of the game before it goes into overtime. Go air, they will hard counter bot, clear up the remaining units with Zeratools, get into their base, and there I have two options. I can either slash their heroes and allow our units to attack, or I can try and kill their enemy and try and kill their nexus with my Zeratools. Okay, these are the game plans that I have. Now, I'm leading the push on bottom, so I'm leading my weak side push with Zeratools, hoping that they will try to defend it with heroes. And I can enter this area safely because they don't have any nukes left. It's 5 minutes remaining in the game. In this game, in particular, what I didn't account for was the fact that these guys are relatively new. And what new players tend to do, they tend to quit before the game is over if they feel like the game is lost. If they lost their heroes or they're being pushed pretty hard, see Kerrigan was cleaned up. Now I'm going to go ahead and clean up the Odins on top. There's no need to run. There are Archangels, and I didn't want to go rush into Angels. Okay, they come close. They start going after heroes. Perfect opportunity to strike. And I embrace this opportunity and I execute perfectly. So in the last minute, just above, I had wiped out 4 heroes. Okay. Zeras are for cowards. Yeah, okay. Alright. Try to auto nuke bottom. That push is gonna get weaker. It's 2 minutes in the game, 3 minutes remaining. I thought I'm going to go for the enemy nexus. Unfortunately, I went right into the spawn of mid, so my Zeratools were wiped out pretty badly, and that attack of the enemy nexus didn't yield many results. They, however, don't have a lot of heroes to turn my Tempests that I had sneaked up on them with my mid-row switch. You see 4 Tempests, they stacked into 10. They do have Odins. It's 2 minutes in the game. They have one Zeratul that he probably just have like forgot about or something. I don't know. Bottom had switched, technically, techno switched, and 2 minutes in the game, so it's time to prepare for overtime. I scan their base. I figure out my unit composition that will counter them and complement my partnered unit composition. Bottom has already switched. They are not switching their bottom to counter our switch. So I will just go ahead, and with 14,000 minerals, I will just go ahead and focus on switching top and use my time to tell my teammates how to play in overtime. Usually with a great amount of spelling mistakes. Yes, I admit I write like shit. But it's okay, because I don't play like one, okay? So, boost, okay? Stands for chrono boost, chronon boost, chrono boost. You want to chrono boost your buildings. Unfortunately for them, they quit. They shouldn't quit. In about 20 seconds, heroes are going to be done, units are going to be wiped out, and it's overtime. They do leave, means the poor bastard Zorx is not going to get advantage of the upgrades. So all we gotta do is to roll out our fresh units in Chrono Boost mode that will counter bot and top. Okay? Chrono Boost. Whatever. Now you see bottom is not chrono boosting, and Kreds doesn't know if we won or not. Overtime. It is overtime, son. And in overtime, you chrono boost your shit. And I spelled chrono as chronon for the 5th time. Alright. So there's an explanation how to do it. There are no units on the bottom. He just hadn't rebuilt. I haven't even noticed it because I'm distracted by explaining how to chronoboost buildings, but it's just a matter of time before bot goes into their base and swipes them out. Okay, he did pretty well for the first game, give him credit. He did have corruptors going into nothing for a good 20 minutes, but still going into nothing, but it is what it is. Black had potential, so I asked Black to techno switch. All right. The game is over. They are going to get overrun. I hope you enjoyed this exciting and informative Zeratul tutorial, and I wish you have so much fun playing Zera, because Zera is a fun hero to play with. At some point in time, I thought he was the most fun hero to play with, and that stretched for a while until I had discovered and mastered another secret technique typically considered cheating by other people. I will share this technique in another video, so stay tuned and come back to this channel. Peace.